weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Blues of Portland taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Hey, run! Silver!
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Steps away. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, but it'll be second down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense does exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They got to be consistent.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Hey.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
13, Luke. Silver.
Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Pacheco once again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A great pickup there, 35 yards. And obviously the first down to go along with it.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Blues are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, They'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Pacheco, touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Jaguars 7.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Lion!
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Go!
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Hey, run!
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Lawrence. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 2nd and 10.
11.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good for 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Ooh, the juke. And they'll get him down out as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Let's go.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Red on red.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Now following the sack,
Ralph.
they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one.
Let's go.
Weren't able to do so.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Hey. Think right.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Decent 24.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This now a 3rd and 4. Lawrence will throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Larson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Then how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Hey, Jupiter, Jupiter.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Larson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Powering his way forward. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Blues will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Blues 24, Jaguars 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jaguars 10.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, check that.
He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Handoff now for Pacheco. And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Hey, kill.
35-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I like how they're at the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles and key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hey, smash. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Larson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They try with Pacheco. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Blues go up by 2 touchdowns. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there in the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. This is Smith to the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Defensively by Trent McDuffie.
Red on red.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Lawrence hitting the ball is free. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Lawrence. Out to Knox, and he's got it along the sideline. And he is out of bounds here. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
All right, let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll run with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. He's across midfield. Down the right sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. A gain of a yard gets him back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Portland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. it.